he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
You make me happy. Thank y'all for joining us on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. I am Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
And I am Terry Ricardo DeShazel II, baby. Back from Miami. I'm back. Sorry about the delay, boys and girls. Daddy's home. Went to Miami for 5 days, dog. 5 days. That shit was awesome.
Oh, you were there for a whole 5 days? Damn.
Yeah, 5 days.
Thursday, I thought it was Friday, just a weekend.
Nah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then the flight got fucked up, so then we had to come back Tuesday. Or
all right,
no, we
so
got back.
You got to give me the highlight of the trip and the low light of the trip to Miami.
Miami. Man, I mean, like, it was Megan's 30th birthday, so just to put that out there. My sister-in-law. I know you know who she is. It was, I mean, she doesn't really drink like that. So, like, as far as a highlight, just being on the beach, on the water, it's dope as fuck to just, like, look at something to aspire to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just having a good-ass time, looking at all this money, looking at all the boats and shit, like, drinking, having a good time. That was fun. Didn't get to smoke a cigar. You know, that was a bummer. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't really have lowlights. I mean, like, the traffic was fucking horrible. If anybody ever goes to Miami, just stay on South Beach. Stay at a walkable distance because you don't want to travel nowhere. There's not, like, fuck history. They don't have any history. It's all about new money, new shit, big buildings. That's all they care about. Stay on the beach. Don't fucking leave. You don't have to physically be on the beach. Just be in South Beach, like where the buildings are, where the Heat play and shit. That shit, awesome as fuck. Everything else, don't give a fuck. But they got hella rooftops. It was awesome. I loved it. That was my first time adult-wise with money going to Miami. It was dope. I love it. I'd go again. And next time I go, no Megan. I want just me and my fucking wife, and we just have a good time. That's fucking it. None of that bullshit.
How ugly did you feel? How ugly did you feel by comparison, just walking around Miami?
Oh, shit. You know how I feel about myself. I'm a 10 out of 10. No, to be honest with you, bro, it really wasn't like what you would think it was. Like, everybody was kind of, how do I explain? Greasy? I don't know.
Oh,
like,
really?
Nobody really.
Were you in the Little Italy portion of Miami?
No. I just didn't see. It's not like I wasn't like looking for it though. Like we were there for a purpose, so I wasn't like just there to like sightsee and shit. Like I wasn't like looking at people in depth like that. But I didn't see anybody like I was like, oh shit, that person looks good, or oh shit, that girl's got some huge tits. Like I didn't really see a lot of that, to be honest. Like I said, I didn't hit the whole South Beach. You know, we were kind of like more downtown and like doing a bunch of other shit. They were trying to show us like what the real Miami was. I was like, bitch, I'm never gonna live here.
Fuck that.
That's what we were saying. We're like, we're never gonna live here. Next time we should just go to like where the party at. You know what I'm saying? But Miami as a entertainment mega like $1 billion place, dope as fuck. But I would never live there ever in my life. The traffic is fucking awful. Like insane. Never again will I drive. I'll walk. You're doing it right. You said you're going in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, we're going in like near Christmas time, that type of stuff. We're gonna do exactly what you said. All South Beach, you know what I mean? We got everything walking distance, just gonna have a party and have a good time. I'm not going to see where no historic battles were fought or check out fucking beach castles or any of that shit.
Or that's not why you go to Miami.
This the fucking rubber tube that Elian Gonzalez pushed over here.
No,
like,
who cares?
No.
Go to where the only history you want to see is where fucking Versace got shot, because that's right on the strip. He got shot right on the strip, or he got stabbed. Whatever happened to him, he died on the strip. He died on the strip, about to go probably do some blow or some shit, have a good time. That's the only history you're gonna see, because they got that house originally right there, like in the middle of everything. It sticks out like a sore thumb because it's an old ass house. Like in the middle of like skyscrapers and shit, but that's the only history you want to see. Besides that, if you want to see history, go to fucking Virginia. Go to Charlottesville. You know what I'm saying? Go see the fucking what is the shit called? Serengeti, not the Serengeti.
Jamestown, where they got no slaves.
Yeah, do all that. Go to Virginia. Fuck it. Like Miami is not for history, bro. Miami is just for the party, bro. Miami was dope though, but I'm back.
With it.
I got the tan.
I don't think I'll ever live there either. I will say I feel like it would have been cool growing up there because I feel like I would have been way funnier if I grew up in Miami
No,
because I would have
yeah.
I would have had to just to get bitches.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, yeah, for sure.
I'm a Charlotte 6, but a Miami 4. And these jokes would be hitting even stronger if I grew up in that climate.
Damn.
I promise.
No, you're right. You're right. Well, that's crazy. You think you're a 6? A Charlotte 6?
Probably. I mean, I
That's
don't know.
tough. You got the beard, son. I'll give you a 7. Beard alone, 7.
I'll give myself above average, but like I'm not going to get crazy with this shit. Everyone wants to rate themselves as a 7.
For sure.
It's like, if you take away 7, I'm going to be realistic and say I'm closer to a 6 than I am to an 8. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Here's the thing. To a 6, you're a 10. But to a 7, you're more like a 6 or a 7. You know, if that makes sense? Like to an ugly chick. Not ugly. 6 isn't ugly, but like to like an average looking chick, you're probably like a decent looking dude. But like to girls that are hot, they're like,
Right. The girls that be getting ball players in their DMs and shit. It's like, I got to be a good listener. I got to make you laugh. I got to cook well. You know what I mean? Like all that shit.
Nah,
so
we've all been through it.
We got to bring back the Patrice O'Neal 30-point scale. That's what we need to do.
Oh, God. Yo, you used to die on the hill of fucking Patrice O'Neal. Yeah, I've never seen you, like, not get pussy as much as when you were listening to Patrice O'Neal, like, every day. Like, you would get some good joints some days, and then I would just see the train wreck. Like, the next day, I'd be like, oh, no. He's doing the Patrice. He's calling her a bitch. He's saying your value's low.
Yep.
He's giving her low self-esteem. I'm like, it's not working. These bitches have value. North Carolina, they don't give a damn about none of that shit. Most of them. Because they had fathers. But, you know. You never know how it goes.
I was ironing out the kinks, Terry. Now I got a foolproof process. All right? Whatever I was doing worked okay. Because, I'm with a good girl now. So
you're locked down now, baby. 3.5 years you locked down. And I'm married, so I ain't got shit to say about no other hoes. Hoes.
Well, speaking of locking down and of a dude who's been famous for being with a lot of hoes, James Harden.
Let's go.
He who got his number retired in the Houston strip clubs. He took the whole summer off. He wasn't participating in the preseason.
Yep.
He wasn't on the sidelines for the Sixers games. And that's because what you called in our season preview came to fruition. He finally got traded to the Los Angeles Clippers for Robert Covington, Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris Sr., Kenyon Martin Jr., a 2026 first-round pick from Oklahoma City, a 2028 first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap. So, Terry, let's start it off. Who won the trade?
Who won the trade? All right. Well, first, let's go ahead and pour a drink out for the Philadelphia strip club owners. You know, sorry. The king is going to L.A. LA's got some decent ones.
Did I tell you about the time I went to a strip club in Philadelphia, Terry?
In Philly? Nah, Philly shit's got to be insanely dumb.
Well, God. I was 18 years old. Andrew Lamoureux and I went to a strip club in Philadelphia. It was BYOB, and we got in with fake IDs. I brought a case of Peroni, and the bartender was like, "What is that? It looks disgusting." As she's pouring fucking Coors Light, just uncultured swine. The strippers would go out. First of all, it was completely nude, all nude, topless, bottomless.
Wow! All right.
Yeah, strippers would go out there and fold their ankles behind their heads and stick their snatches up in the air, and then guys were wadding up $1 bills and trying to shoot it in their vagina like beer pong.
That's insane.
She was facing away from me. So it's she had the legs pointed away and she had the forehead back to me. I tried to loop one over the top and hit a floater. And the wind caught that bitch and the corner came down and hit her right in the eyeball.
Oh, man.
She freaked out. It was like, who the fuck threw that? Who the fuck threw that? And then she pointed to some guy across the stage, and they just threw his ass out of the whole fucking strip club.
Dang, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was like, this place is nuts. Fucking not 10 minutes later, Terry, one girl walks on the stage, again, completely naked, with another girl who has a belt around her neck. She was holding the belt to one girl, and another girl was using it like a leash.
Yeah, walking the dog.
She walks her over to the pole. All right. The girl who has the leash around or the belt around her neck starts choking herself with the belt up against the pole. Then the other girl pulls out a carrot and sticks it in her mouth and starts fucking this girl with the carrot in and out of her pussy with it in her mouth the whole time. I was like, this is my first time ever going to a strip club.
That's crazy.
I was like, I was missing out on way more than I thought.
Yeah. No, and you've never seen that again because that's a one-time show right there.
No.
That's not what a normal strip club is. That is an insane. I forgot about you told me that. Damn, 18. Yeah, that's a long time ago, dog. God damn, that's 13 years ago, bro. That's 13 fucking years ago, bro.
So heaven only knows what James Harden was doing out there at those Philly strip clubs, because that was my first experience. I can't imagine for a vet how VIP the treatment would be.
You never know, dog. You never know. But as far as who won the trade, let's get back to that. Man. I'll go lose. I don't think anybody really actually won the trade, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if you think otherwise, but the Clippers get James Harden. I mean, what's your lineup going to be? Let's not even talk about that. They got James Harden and PJ Tucker. And did they get one more person? Or that was about it? It was just PJ Tucker and James Harden?
That's it.
They get two old motherfuckers that are 33 and 35, I think, respectively. And PJ might be older.
PJ Tucker's 38.
38? He might be older, like I said. 37, maybe? Whatever. Besides the point. They get two old motherfuckers. You lose your size when you gave away, Covington and Batum, who were kind of playing some decent minutes for y'all. So you don't have a 4. You got Paul George fucking playing a 4, I guess, or Kawhi. The Sixers, you didn't get back shit. I like maybe the 2028 unprotected first rounder. The OKC 2026 is probably going to be a 25th pick or higher, because by that time you think they're going to be, catch their stride and be good with all the young players they have. I don't think either team did anything great. The Sixers got depth, but you didn't need depth. You lost a fucking 20 and 10 guy. You needed to at least get back somebody who could do some of that. At least 75% of that. I mean, I know Maxey, he gets his shit, but I don't know, man. I really don't like it for either side, if I'm being completely honest. What do you say, bro? Who won this for you?
For me, number one, whoever operates storage units in Philadelphia won this one, because now Daryl Morey can move out that gigantic tapestry of James Harden from his living room and go put that shit in storage somewhere. Apart from that, I think the Sixers won it, because when we talked about this over the summer, I was like, who has given up more than one first-round pick to get disgruntled James Harden, who there's only one team in the league who wants him? They shopped him the whole summer. The Clippers were the only team that had any interest. And somehow they squeezed out 2 first-round picks and a first-round pick swap and 2 seconds.
They gave him a lot. They gave him a
guy who had no intentions on playing decent basketball for the Sixers. And there was no market for it. I don't know who the Clippers were competing against with this offer that they're like, we got to throw in the swap.
Maybe Miami, sneakily. You never really know. I honestly have no idea.
I heard burblings, but I didn't hear rumors. I do think for the 76ers, that Clippers pick that you mentioned in 2028, that, if everything goes wrong, is going to be a very valuable pick, considering it's completely unprotected.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a good trade chip.
And then, here's the thing, though, with that pick by itself, sorry to cut you off, but with that 2028 pick by itself, is Embiid going to be here in 2028? It's 2023. You going to flip that pick for another? What? Come on, bro.
Yeah. That's what I think they do. I think
they need
now they have ammunition enough to go get the next disgruntled star. Whether it's Zach LaVine, whether it's Karl Anthony Towns, whether it's Jeremy Grant, as a wing guy who wants out of Portland. OG Anunoby or Pascal Siakam. They bring the Cameroon crew back together. I think finally they have ammunition to go out and get a guy, because they didn't really have anything before. And if you look at the totality of what they sent out, they actually gained a pick swap and got 18 months of Harden from when they just had Ben Simmons. So all in all, that's pretty good business to trade Ben Simmons for 18 months of Harden and get a pretty decent pick swap on top of that.
Because they got a good Harden. Yeah, I think like that initial trade, they won that trade. Like Ben Simmons is barely playing basketball, so I'll give them that. But I don't know if they don't make moves. If they don't make another move, I think this is a shit trade. Like I get the picks, but none of these players aren't going to do anything for you in the playoffs. Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, maybe Kenyon Martin Jr. in the future, possibly. I don't really know a lot about him.
Like, not if Paul Reed has anything to say about it.
I don't like any of the players and the picks. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I just don't like shit where it's just like, all right, we're gonna accumulate this for something in the future. The future's not promised, bro.
Does Philly have direct flights to Paris?
Probably. I mean, Philly's pretty big. I don't know, man.
Well, I'm wary of Nick Batum on the East Coast because we've seen that he's had 1 foot out the door on a plane going back to France the whole time he was in Charlotte.
Yeah, he was.
But I definitely think that they're going to go big star hunting. I don't think that they're going to,
they are done. They're
stand
not done.
pat. I do think though it gives them time to see like what they really need the most. Tyrese Maxey has looked incredible since he's kind of been thrust into a larger role. Without James Harden soaking up all those possessions, he's been super dynamic. Tobias Harris has played very solid. Shake Melton, or what was DeAnthony Melton, has been a solid contributor as well.
Yeah.
So I think this gives them time to see what do we really need to make a deep playoff run. And now they have the ammunition to go get that guy. So if I had to pick one of the two teams who's a winner and who's a loser, I'm definitely not picking the Clippers to win. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, also on the other end, though, so, let's talk about the Clipper side of it. You do get James, who's a really good fucking player, and you do get another wing defender because at this point, the fucking jig is up on Paul George and Kawhi being defenders. I think we all know, like, they don't play defense anymore. That's pretty much done.
They're part-time defenders.
They're bad. It's not even, they don't play defense. They're not good at it. LeBron James scored 35 points on them, and he's fucking 39 years old. Like, 38, whatever. They don't play defense, bro. That shit's done. So, PJ, you get to play defense and not do shit like you've been doing for the last, 5 years? He's got 1 chip doing it. So, I don't knock him, but stand in that corner and play defense while Kawhi and Paul George don't do shit on defense. They don't have a power forward, though. Like, they can't beat Denver. That's all I'm saying. The point of this is can you beat Denver? Can you beat the Lakers? They just lost the Lakers, I think, last night or maybe 2 nights ago. It's Friday, by the way, if everybody doesn't know. It's Friday. We're back, but I don't know, man. They're small, bro. They need somebody else.
PJ Tucker did a pretty good job on Jokic in the regular season. Whether I have confidence for that to continue in the playoffs.
What did Jokic get? 25, 10, and 10?
They did they did the Rui Hachimura shit where PJ fronted him and then Embiid was on the back end cleaning everything up, and they're like, "You're just not going to beat us with this dude."
Oh, you're talking about the Sixers, but they don't have Joel. The Clippers don't have Joel. They got Zubac and
exactly my point, man. Exactly my point.
They can't beat Denver. It's a waste. Yeah. That's why I said it's a double L trade. Like Harden ain't doing shit for y'all. I think regular season wise, they're going to score a lot of points. So their record, I think, is ultimately going to be better because I'm trying to remember where I put them. I don't have my list.
You had them high. I think you had them 4th.
No, I think I had them 5th. Yeah, I had them 5th. They might sneak up in the standings, bro, to be honest with you. They could sneak up to 4 or 3 because they're going to score a lot of points. No defense, but a lot of points are going to be scored, bro. With these 3 dudes alone, Paul George, Kawhi, and James Harden, going to be a lot of points. But as far as Russ, I don't know how this shit is going to work out. Do you think Russ is going to come off the bench again?
Yeah, I mean, I think he has to, right? I don't think that you can play Russ, Harden, Kawhi, and PG all on the court at the same time unless they introduce a new rule that allows for multiple basketballs.
I just got to think because, like, rebounding-wise, and we know Russ is a great fucking rebounder, so I don't know, man.
But what is Russ going to do when the ball's not in his hands? We've already seen this movie before.
Nothing. Like, he can't play with LeBron. He can't play with me.
You remember the last time that Harden and Russ were together in Houston?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
They went completely small ball. I didn't think it was that bad. Let's not do that. No.
I thought it was that bad.
Go back.
There's a reason that that Russell Westbrook demanded a trade and was like, I'd rather play for the Washington Wizards than do this for another year.
Nah. Listen. I want everybody to go back. Don't let the fucking what do you call it? Recency bias fool you. 2020. Lakers versus Houston. I heard a lot of people saying Houston was going to sneak them, just like they said in the first round when Portland was the best 8th seed ever was going to beat the Lakers. They said Houston was good.
Didn't hear it from me. Didn't hear it from me.
We're smart, but I'm just saying people were like, "Oh, this team's pretty fun." They were good. They were doing a lot of different things because they had a real small team, but they can't beat anybody big. It's the same shit. They lost to Denver in 2020 when they were in their prime. Weren't they like a 2 seed in 2020? The Clippers. They were good that season. Like Kawhi and Paul George played, I think, the most.
In the bubble year?
Yeah, like they played. They were good.
Yeah, until they got dog walked by Denver.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same team. Big guy, can't stop him. It's over. See ya. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do with James and them. They get a new stadium. I guess they need to keep all these stars. But
how many games? I think they're going to, start Russ and Harden and PG and Kawhi just to, prove that it doesn't work for Russ. You know what I mean? Just so they can save face and not send him straight to the bench.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Man. I think this is a Desmond Ritter situation where it's we know you going to the bench. It's just a matter of time. Is it going to be 8 games? Is it going to be 15 games? I would probably put it around 12 if I had to guess. But I don't see that being a good solution. And to your point earlier, who's going to play defense? If you have Russ and Harden out there, I know Kawhi and PG have great reputations as defenders, but as you mentioned, they don't play on a night-to-night basis, and the effort and consistency hasn't been there from Kawhi. And then it's not like you have an elite rim protector, like you also mentioned, in Zubac to clean up for their mistakes. In terms of shots, Kawhi is taking 18 shots a game. PG is taking 16 shots a game. Russ is taking 14 shots a game. Norman Powell is taking 13 shots a game.
A lot of shots.
Bones Highland is taking 11 shots a game. Zubac is taking 10 shots a game.
That'll drop.
There's only so many shots to go around. And I don't know if Harden taking 15-plus shots a game is a winning formula in the long term. I think they have a lot of figuring out to do in the regular season. You think he's going to be a Mr. Assist, the James Harden that we saw? Yeah, Point Harden. He's going to be setting everyone up like he was in Brooklyn for that magical season.
Who's a better passer, him or Westbrook?
It's hard.
That's it. Yeah, so
Harden's the problem is, did you hear what James Harden had to say in his opening press conference about?
Nah, I missed it.
I was put on a leash in Philadelphia.
Put on a leash? You played great in Philly. What the fuck is he talking about?
So clearly he doesn't want to be a facilitator. He asked for all this credit for sacrificing and for making Joel Embiid the MVP. And then he turns around and tosses out the other side of his mouth and was like, yeah, I hated doing it. I was put on a leash. I wasn't allowed to flourish. Then he gave the quote of the year, Terry, where he said, I'm not a system player. I am the system.
I remember I heard that. Yeah, I don't.
You think you're going to be the system in LA when you're the third best player on the court? You think they're going to let you be the system?
You think he's third?
I know he's third.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What do you not know?
There's questions to be asked. I mean, look, he plays the most games. That's one.
All right, he's the most available. I'll tell you that much. He's not the best.
That's the first conversation we need to have when it comes to the Clippers. Who's available? Who's going to play the most games? It's probably going to be James and Russell. And we know James is better than Russell. So who's going to be the number one option? Who's going to be the system? This man right here.
Kawhi is going to be the system.
Kawhi's going to get hurt game 1 in the playoffs like he did last year. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, regular season, they got some questions to answer. They're going to have to figure out this rotation. Ty Lue is a tough task cut out for him.
If I was Ty Lue, I'd quit. Straight up. I'm out of there.
Poor Bones Highland, huh? Bones Highland is like, I finally get to jacket 11 times a game. This is great. I might win 6th man of the year.
Over Norman Powell? Exactly.
Did you see how Terrence Mann was looking at Harden when he walked in the locker room? Did you see the pictures of that?
No, I didn't see any of that goofy shit.
He was looking like Jamie Lee Curtis just saw Michael Myers again.
Nah, man, they got a lot of things to fix, but I believe in Ty Lue, but
What's the ceiling? What's the ceiling for this Clippers team?
I think he adds 4 wins. Like I said, I think they're a 4 seed after this trade.
What about the playoffs?
Ooh, playoffs? Man, they're matchup dependent. So like if they end up playing the Lakers, the Nuggets, and I would even go ahead and say the
Suns and the Warriors.
No, I'd say Timberwolves. I don't think Suns is a huge problem, but
what?
Kings too. I'd say the Kings as well.
What about the Warriors?
They don't have a big man to punish him. What, Looney? All he does is get rebounds.
He's going to chase Steph Curry around.
I mean,
yeah.
They're going to score points on them. They're going to score points on the Warriors. The Warriors aren't giving me a whole lot of confidence, going into this fucking season. I'll definitely tell you that. The record looks good, but watching them play defense is like, what the fuck is going on? But anyways, besides the point. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Anybody with a big dude who can get buckets, I got a calls from Pauls. The Lakers and the Nuggets especially, they can't beat them. They just lost to the Lakers the Lakers had like Cam Reddish playing fucking crunch time minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's like I think the ceiling is a second round win, maybe maybe second round exit.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why they gave up all these unprotected picks competing against nobody, so they don't have a chance to win a championship.
I guess Philly said we need it, or we're not giving them to you, because they were the only team, like you said, they're the only team who wanted them for the most part, for what it looked like for now. So
I'm sure he got some offers from China since he was over there in the offseason making a splash, but I'm not sure if Harden is cut out for the Beijing strip clubs.
Oh, man. Daryl Morey
Where the ass at?
Daryl Morey is a liar. Whoa! They had no idea what the fuck he said. Just clapping and screaming. That shit was hilarious.
They're like, the new Yao Mings are coming out?
Yummy. That shit kills me every time. All right.
Hey, speaking of Yao Ming, Terry, let's talk about the latest 7'5" player who's taken over the NBA. Victor Wembanyama. We're going to go through some highlights of the NBA's first week. Got a lot to catch up on.
Real. The hype is real.
He is running away with Rookie of the Year. He's averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2.2 blocks, and 1.5 steals on 50% shooting. The Spurs are 3-2 with 2 wins over the Phoenix Suns. Last night, he dropped 38 points.
Was it 38?
Outdueled Kevin Durant. Had a ton of, clutch and big buckets. So far this season, Terry, Wemby is 15 for 18 in fourth quarters.
That's insane. He looks fantastic, bro. Like, fucking just different. Like, everybody was, tripping about that first game, the Derek Lively game, but ever since then, this guy's different, bro. The hype is real, bro. He looks really good. Like, it's not even close. Chet, like we said, he's doing his Chet shit. But SGA is an absolute fucking monster, taking all the shots. So, not really much he can do about that. Wemby's looking great, bro. You got anything else to say about your boy Wemby? He's looking like a fucking freak.
Yeah,
like an absolute monster.
I can't remember the first rookie to make an All-Star team, but I feel like he's going to be the first in a while. Like the last rookie to make one. Well, I don't think so. I don't think Yao made it his rookie year.
Not by votes?
I don't think Chinese people were allowed access to the internet back when he was a rookie. I think it took a couple of years before they were allowed to get on the interwebs.
I could look that up. That's an easy answer. Oh, man. That's... Hold on.
I will say, Wembanyama, he looks like a fucking 2K created my player. Just like somebody who broke the game and found a build that's unbeatable.
Yeah, he doesn't look real.
The stuff that he's doing on a night-to-night basis is just never seen that before. Never seen that before.
Yeah. He's a freak, man. He's an absolute freak. He's going to be really good. Well, as far as the whatever Woj said, remember when he said if Wembanyama's not the best player in the league by year 3, he's a flop or some shit? That's kind of ridiculous. I think there's There's still some things he needs to improve on, but I will say this: if he can knock down that 3-pointer at like a consistent rate, like 37%, 38, have it like be a real threat, like on some KD Dirk shit, he might be the one, bro. To be honest with you, he might be the one. By the way, Blake Griffin, I forgot he made the rookie, but it was technically his second year in the league.
What was it, 2011, something like that?
2011, yeah. And Yao Ming did make it rookie year. Votes.
He did.
Yeah, votes.
Shouts to
Tim
Yao.
Duncan. And then Tim Duncan.
He's got a chance to be right up there with Tim Duncan and all those guys, man. Like, the hype was not oversold to us. This dude is the truth.
He's good. Yeah, he's really fucking good.
All right, speaking of other highlights, Terry, we touched on this earlier. Tyrese Maxey has looked incredible with his with his increased minutes, increased pick and roll usage, increased ball handling, getting to the rim at will, shooting above 40% from three, just cooking everybody in the league. Nobody can stay in front of this guy. He looks like the ideal pick and roll partner for Joel Embiid. He actually he's not the lob passer that James Harden is, but that's just fine because Joel Embiid doesn't want to catch alley-oops.
No.
What have you seen from the Sixers, who I pegged to have a rough year, and Tyrese Maxey so far this season?
Tyrese, straight aggressiveness, man. Keep doing it. But we knew this is what he was, though. Coming into the season, like, because we knew James Harden wasn't going to play. Plug and play, baby. James, you ain't the system. Looks like it's Tyrese time. Tyrese is the guy, bro. As long as he's aggressive, nobody can stop him. With that being said, though, it was against the Bucks, who Dame can't play fucking defense. We all know that. And they played the Raptors twice, who also have, Schroeder?
Yeah.
Was the lead guard? I mean, he's good at chasing around and shit, but I don't think he's like a lockdown defender. And then the other team was the Trailblazers. They fucking are just bad. So, before we get ahead of ourselves, it's not like great teams, but I'll give you this, though. He's a scorer. He's a fucking absolute scorer. And some of the pick and roll action, though, looks pretty good. Or the pick and pop type shit, it still looks pretty good. I'm not going to say he looks as good as Harden passing-wise, but he showed that he can dish the rock, though. And I like it, man.
You think he makes an all-star team this year?
If he keeps these numbers, I mean, what's his total numbers right now for the season? You just said it, right? What is he getting, like 20 something?
I think he's averaging 30.
Is he getting 30?
I think so.
Jesus Christ! Well, I know I watched him the other day. He got like 36 or something stupid. I might 34. He had 34 versus the Raptors. He's getting 27.2.
Okay,
and 6 assists a game. Yeah. If he keeps that up, they're in the 2 seed right now in the East. Yeah, he's an all-star. He should be an all-star. I don't know who the fuck's going to beat him out. Trae Young? The league has already said they hate him.
Trae Young, who's had a terrible start to the season so far.
Don't worry, he'll pick it up.
Shooting below 30% from the field. Just been an abomination.
But what do you think about Max? Taking over the league by storm?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we didn't get a chance to do our bet for like most improved player and the NBA awards and that type of stuff. Nah. If I did have a vote, I would have given it to Maxey.
For sure. He's got the best opportunity. That's one.
And he's taking full advantage. So shout out to you over there. Other things that I liked through this first week of the NBA season, I think this may be the first one we disagree on, Terry. The Warriors bringing back strength in numbers. I think the Warriors have looked really good so far. Steph Curry has not been his usual supernova self in all the games, but I ain't worried about that at all. I think he's going to come around and we're going to see the efficiency and volume that we've come to expect from Steph Curry. It's been the other guys that's really impressed me. CP3, since moving to a bench role, the Warriors have had the best bench plus minus in the entire NBA. He has 20 assists to 2 turnovers. Clay's hitting game winners. Dario Saric is looking fantastic, knocking down all his wide open shots. Kuminga looks to have taken a big step forward. I was questionable about Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, everybody was, though.
He looks really good. Not to mention Gary Payton and all them. I think the Warriors have to be really encouraged by how they've started the season so far. And
4-1.
I got faith that Steph Curry is going to catch up to the pace that he's set for the last 12 plus years in the NBA.
You don't like the way he's playing right now? He's killing, I thought. I thought he was killing.
He had a rough game against the Kings, but CP3 stepped in, steadied the wheel. Klay Thompson hit a big shot.
That's what I want to talk about. What do you think about CP3 so far this season? Your boy, notoriously throughout pod history for us and your lifetime, he was one of your favorite players of all time. You dropped him, said he was a complete bum about, 2 years ago maybe?
Yeah.
You said you're done with him. You want no parts of him. You hate him. What do you think? What do you you like him? What's going on out there in Golden State?
Like I said, preseason, I'm back, baby. I'm back on the bandwagon. This is last good chance. Like I said before, he's just been in control. Like, they've suffered from turnovers. That's been their Achilles heel for a damn decade. And 20 assists to 2 turnovers, best bench plus minus in the league. Like, that lets me know everything I need to know about CP3's impact. And if you look at the box score, you might think you're looking at Draymond Green's box score, putting up 8 points and 7 assists, 4 rebounds. But when you watch the games, it's like Klay Thompson is back in rhythm. A big part of that is because CP3 is getting him wide open shots. And he's not taking contested dribble, pull-up three-pointers. Kuminga he's flourishing playing with CP3 in the second unit, taking on a little bit more responsibility. I just think that, he's a proven winner. Him and Draymond's collective defensive IQ is going to continue to show up. And they have the athletes and the savvy to kind of, overcome some of his individual limitations and put him in a system where he can do what he does best. That's what's impressed me the most. CP3 is back to playing winning basketball.
Yeah, and I think, everybody's going to hit or miss on their takes for everything, but this dude, man, he works perfect for them. It's so weird because, we didn't think that the Warriors would ever succumb to, one guy kind of dominating the ball when he's in the game and doing that type of system, but it's working out for everybody else around Chris. Chris is looking not to score, which is perfect. They don't need that shit. They just need him to get everybody else, some confidence. So if Looney and Peyton and Sarge and Kuminga, Moody, all those guys, if they are starting to hit shots when CP's on the court, bro, the rest of the NBA needs to go fuck themselves because the Warriors are going to win another championship, man. They just need to make sure Chris Paul's healthy for the playoffs. That's number one priority besides anyone's health, I would say, and they got it, bro. Because he's the best. As much as we want to hate on this dude, Chris Paul, as a point guard, he's still one of the best distributors in the game. So if you have him coming off the bench, stop. Come on. You don't lose pretty much any offensive production throughout your squad. This might be a problem. All right? Yeah. LeBron, this guy might win his 5th, man. Steph might win his 5th ring. Okay? And some conversations need to be had. I don't want to have him because LeBron's my boy, but it's not looking too good for the LeBron fans.
I said it in the offseason, man. I said it in the offseason. Steph going to get his 5th before LeBron.
We'll see.
I think the other thing is, last year, the bench, when Steph Curry was off the court, it was entirely dependent on Jordan Poole going for 30. And it was
pretty much.
If Jordan Poole's hot, we're going to win a game. If Jordan Poole is cold, Steph has to go nuclear for us to even have a chance. Mm-hmm. And this year, this is just such a more consistent, sustainable way of generating bench offense. It's not just reliant on one guy and his scoring. Obviously, Chris Paul is a much better defender than Jordan Poole as well. And Draymond Green, he spoke about the chemistry too, saying last year our chemistry is dog shit. This year everyone's bought in. Everyone has each other's back. Yeah, right. That's the part he left off. Last year our chemistry is dog shit because I punched a teammate in the face in preseason.
To his point, though, he said that in a podcast last year multiple times. He said he fucked it up. So, there's no need for him to say it, but we all know. Everyone knows who watched, he knows he fucked it up. So they need to get that shit together. But yeah, they look good. And it's not like Jordan Poole wasn't a good passer, but his assists were more and I don't want to disrespect Trae Young in any way.
Here we go.
I don't want to disrespect
I know
Trae
it's
Young.
coming. Don't disrespect. I thought you were going to disrespect the dead.
The dead? Who?
Kobe. I thought you were going to say all his assists were like, I draw 2 people and then I kicked to one other.
Not that. Like, Jordan Poole is definitely shoot first, but he could also pass. But his assists are more like Trae Young's assists, where it's like, all right, well, I don't really have his shot. It can look like a fantastic assist, by the way. It can look like a great assist, but it's not like he's out there trying to dime it up. I think they definitely needed more of a Chris Paul opposed to like a Jordan Poole. Opposed to someone who scores a lot, they definitely need more facilitator. Because these other dudes need confidence. Because without them, they can't do shit. Without a bench, you're never going to win a championship. The Nuggets' main reason why they won is because when Jokic was off the court, they played everybody even. It was negative 0.1 net rating when Jokic was off the court. That's why the Nuggets won the championship. And, of course, Jokic is a fucking monster. But besides the point, if your great player's off the court, you need to make it either even or give me a couple points, in advance, like +1 or +2. Otherwise, you're not going to win. So that's something to watch out for, bro.
Yeah.
Something to watch out for, man. They're good.
Another team to watch out for, last one of my highlights here, the Boston Celtics have looked unbelievable so far this season. The ball pressure of Derek White and Drew Holiday together has been an absolute nightmare for other teams. Porzingis is thriving as the 5th option, and just all his shots seem to be wide open or on mismatches. Like, everything's in rhythm. Everything's a good shot. They put up 155 points in regulation against the Indiana Pacers. And Jason Tatum appears to be stronger. He looks like he's added some weight in the offseason. He's actually punishing some mismatches on the block and smaller defenders instead of settling for jump shots all the time. This Boston Celtics team, they've struggled to get over the hump. Miami Heat, infamously with less talent, have made it to more conference finals than they have. I think you'd be hard-pressed to bet against the Boston Celtics going back to the NBA Finals this year. Yeah, man. This is the number one bet. Vegas has them as the favorites. I got them as the favorites. They're too good, man. They're so fucking good offensively. It's just, if Porzingis goes down, I don't know what's going to happen. And I know he's going to have his time. He's going to get hurt. That's just what he does. But, besides that, the only other warrior I would say is like, is Brown going to be satisfied kind of doing what he's doing? He's not been super impressive, but if he stays unselfish, he's like, look, I got the bag. I don't need it. I don't need the ball. They got it. But if he gets a little selfish towards, the middle, towards the end of the season, I don't know. I mean, is he going to be happy just scoring 22 points a game? And if he isn't, we'll take him in Atlanta.
Keep hoping for that, man. Keep hoping for it. I mean, he looked good versus the Wizards, but I don't know. I guess that's the key, though. Like, if you're a coach of a team, let's say, look, versus the top teams, Tatum, you're the guy. But versus the Wizards, Trailblazers, all the bottom feeders, Jaylen Brown, you getting that feature tonight. You getting that feature. You like Lil Wayne in 2012, baby. Put him on this song, put him on that song, put him on that song. He's the feature, baby. He's the number one. That'd be a smart thing to do. I don't know if they're going to see that. It looks like they might. Your boy out there might be a decent coach.
Yeah, we'll see. At least he finally has a team built in his image and his own staff instead of leftovers from the Ime Udoka.
They look unstoppable. They look fucking offensively. They look unstoppable, and we already know their defense is crazy. So,
like you said, the only thing that's going to stop them is injuries to those bigs. Al Horford is 700 years old. Porzingis hasn't played a healthy season. You know what I mean? In a hot minute. I'm
looking
Robert
at
Williams anymore. If we start seeing Luke Cornett playing 32 minutes a game, we may be singing a different tune.
Yikes. Maybe. I don't know, though, because it might just start with the pressure of White and Drew, like you said. They could just start there, and they don't even really have to worry about it. But looking at the schedule right now, they might be undefeated for a while.
Well, let's talk about a team that does have some worrying to do. The Grizzlies are 0-5. Your Memphis Grizzlies that you picked to finish 3rd in the West, Terry. I tried to talk you out of it. I tried to get to make you take a step back, to take a deep breath, apply some common sense.
I said 6. Calm down.
What? No, you didn't.
I did. I said 6. I got it right here.
You change it after the fact, sir? We got this on wax, Terry.
I got it written down. I had the fucking Warriors third. There's no fucking way I would do that. That's stupid as shit.
Okay.
No job for 25 games. The Grizzlies are the third seed. Oh, Taylor Jenkins must be Phil Jackson then.
Like, he hasn't looked like it so far. They're 29th in point differential in the NBA. They're 23rd in defense. They have the worst offense in the NBA, scoring 102 points per 100 possessions, which is just pathetic. And that comes despite playing two of the worst defenses in NBA history in the Jazz and the Washington Wizards in their first 4 games. But Terry, don't worry. A savior is coming on the horizon, riding in on a horse just as the sun sets, and his name is Bismack Biyombo.
Ah, busy. Okay. I like that signing, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's actually pretty good.
What's your panic meter right now for the Grizzlies?
For the Grizz? I mean, the fact that they lost to the Wizards, and they also lost to the Mavs.
Dog walked by the Wizards. Like, it wasn't even a close game.
It was, I mean, they lost by, okay, look, it was double digits. All right. Let's calm down. Wait, was it double digits? No. They only lost by 6.
Yeah, one of these, like, we were
7.
up 15 the whole time, and then we let you score 2 threes in the final minute because we not played no defense.
Yeah, the Wizards loss is tough because, like you said, you know, I was a little high on the Wiz. I went over 23.5 wins, but they are probably still the worst team in the league, and they lost to them. That's not saying a whole lot. But then you can also say on the other end, they only lost to the Nuggets by, 4. But that was also a home game in Memphis. Yeah, your home court advantage is very good, but as of right now, bro, they're in trouble. And they lost to the Mavs. And I don't think the Mavs are good. The Mavs only played shitty teams. I know they're undefeated, but I think it's going to be a long-ass season for Memphis, bro. Josh gone 25 games. I don't even think he can save them out this shit, man. I might be screwed. It is what it is. If I miss on the Grizz, I got no problem with it. If they suck, Bismack is not going to be the savior. If he is, cool. Go Africa. That's awesome. But if he's not, I mean, it's not unexpected. It's Bismack fucking Biyombo.
Well, the problem is, like, the quality of all their other players have been around Bismack Biyombo. Like, Luke Kennard already finding his way out of the rotation, playing inconsistent minutes. I can't name you one positive moment that Derrick Rose has had yet. Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 5 has been an unmitigated disaster. All their wings, like,
yeah, we saw that.
Roddy, Jake LaRavia, Santi Aldama, fucking Tillman.
Or not just Tillman,
Zaire Williams. Tillman's looked terrible. My God, has he been bad.
Yeah.
Like, they're just getting no juice out of all these clementines that they've assembled, hoping one of them grows into an orange. I think this could be a long season in Memphis, my guy.
Yeah, well, should have predicted that. I didn't.
Now let's talk about something we did predict, Terry. The Bucks have the worst defensive rating in NBA history. They got beat pretty bad by the Atlanta Hawks earlier in the week. They're 2-2. Damian Lillard, he started off hot. He had like a 46-point game in his debut.
Yep.
After that, he got strapped up and held to 6 points by DeJounte Murray in the Atlanta Hawks. They can't stay in front of anybody. They have fucking Brook Lopez switching on to guards on the perimeter. Like,
shout out Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, their whole game plan last year was like, we'll just funnel everything to the rim and Brook Lopez will clean it up. And this year they're like, no, we're going to get out. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to trap people. We're going to run the Bucks defense that we're playing with Jason Kidd. And the results have been predictably terrible for Adrian Griffin and that Milwaukee Bucks team. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
You just don't have nothing to add about that? You're like, Dame can't guard?
I think
we're depending on Pat Connaughton?
I think you might have just cut off, like, before you said, like, 3 or 4 more words. So I was still waiting. Like, when you cut off, you weren't done. So I just waited a second. My bad.
We're not done. We're not done.
No, I'm just looking at the Raptors. And let me see. The Raptors scored 99 points versus the Sixers. 91 points versus the Trailblazers, 103 points in an overtime loss to the Bulls, and they scored 130 points on the Bucks. What the fuck? That is... And they scored 97 versus Timberwolves. Forgot about that game.
Jesus Christ.
They have a horrible offense, and they scored 130 points versus the Bucks. Yeah, there's a problem. And if they don't fix it, it might be a free fall. They need to get their shit together right now. Because Middleton's still not 100%, right? He's on a minutes restriction. These boys are in trouble, bro. 130 to these.
Adrian Griffin, I hope you're renting, bro. I hope you did not buy a house in Milwaukee. I feel like Terry Stotts, he's going to be like he stepped away from the team, and he's going to come back with a knife and stab your ass in the back and be like, no, Dame actually wants me to be the coach. We saw it for 25 games. Y'all are terrible.
So you saying he stepped away like the Temptations? Sang a note, stepped back to the mic, came back? He was like, I'm back.
Adrian Griffin going to be doing the slide out.
Oh, man. It's done.
All the way out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, he's out of there. So that's that what's that stupid ass song they sing? The Rolling Stones, Papa was a Rolling Stone? That shit? Mm-hmm. That's the intro right there. That's the intro. Terry Stotts walked out, and then just when Adrian Griffin was about to sing that note, Terry Stotts said, it was the 1st of September. He got that fucking job back in December. Yo, Adrian Griffin?
He gonna be gone by the 1st of December. How about that?
He might be. If they don't get there, ooh, man. Ooh, man. I mean, I think the greatness of both of them, they might be okay. But for right now, they need Middleton back, though.
I don't see the solution either. Like, anywhere on this roster. I mean, Middleton recovering from an injury on a minutes restriction.
Yeah, if he gets back healthy.
Couldn't buy a fucking vowel playing Wheel of Fortune. Just absolutely terrible scoring. We thought he'd fit in great as the third banana. He's looked lost.
He's only playing like 20 minutes a game.
The bench, they got the brothers in mediocrity in Thanasis and Robin Lopez. It's like,
Have they even played? Have they played at all?
Yeah, in the blowouts.
Yikes. Are both the brothers on the team?
Yeah. They got Robin Lopez and Thanasis just wasting 2 roster spots trying to make their starters happy.
I was thinking about the other entity.
Oh, no. Those days are over. Those days are over, Terry.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, but we kind of said this, though. Like, they don't really have, like, a whole lot of depth and defenders, like, in the wing spot besides Giannis. So, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, and like we said, Dame's a bad defender. So, I mean, we saw this coming. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. But
are you shocked by how poorly Julius Randle has played to start this season, Terry?
Yeah, a little bit. But he's coming off surgery.
Your all NBA selection.
He was all NBA last year. What do you want me to say?
You voted him in when we did the All NBA awards.
He was All NBA. He was actually an All NBA player last year. So don't look at me like I'm crazy.
God. My man fell for the banana in the tailpipe again.
He was All NBA. I don't know what to tell you.
Julius Randle is shooting 28% from the field, which is dead last in the NBA for players who are taking at least 10 shots a game. How much longer can the Knicks survive Randle playing like this?
We'll be fine. Just let us keep playing the Cavs and the Hawks. We'll be all right. We dog walked the fucking Cavs like we did the playoffs last year. And the Hawks.
We just weren't ready. We just weren't ready. We thought the regular season started in Milwaukee.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. The Cavs actually beat us 2 days ago. I missed that game. Damn. But we fucked them on Tuesday though. But that's crazy. I watched that game on Tuesday, but I missed the game on Wednesday. I must have been traveling. I had to have been traveling. But anyways, besides the point, it's done. I don't know. Like, we play the Bucks next. We're gonna, get our bounce back. Julius is gonna score 48. Like, it's fine. We just need to play teams that can't play defense. We play the Clippers the next game. I mean, that's gonna be 140 points. Come on, bro. We got the great fucking teams. The Spurs are after that. Like, come on. And then the Hornets. Oh yeah, these next 4. And then the Celtics. We always play them tough.
I can't wait to see Wemby block Julius Randle's jumper and then have to turn around and flick off the crowd instead of running back on defense.
I wish I knew that Skip Bayless line I was about to recite. You know that crazy pause line that he said. We were just too big inside, and they couldn't handle our girth and our tarnage. And I was like, yo, skip. Like, I know that's a clip out of context, but I don't know in any context in which that clip makes sense. So I was just like, that's a lot, Skip. But next
Julius Randle went from the goated one to the bloated one.
He's sponsored by Skechers. That's the problem.
Yeah, bro. I told you this preseason, Terry. I told you to look out for this shit. That he's going to be wearing Skechers this year. You didn't want to believe me. I can't name a good basketball player ever in the history of the league that wore Skechers. Fucking Joe Montana doesn't even want to wear them, and he's 70 years old.
Let's be honest, though. Let's be completely honest with ourselves right now in this moment. Is there another player in the NBA that perfectly fits a Skechers basketball-themed shoe? Besides dark-skinned, micro-braids, Julius Randle.
Yes.
Who?
Luka Doncic with the shape-ups.
Oh, hell no.
He's come in looking fit, Terry.
Luka actually looks fucking good.
He looks spry out there.
He looks good. They're undefeated.
Somebody who doesn't look spry, though, who should, considering he has young legs, in the NBA top 100, they already ranked him in, I think it was 70-something. Scoot Henderson has been pretty damn abysmal so far this season for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Terry, he's shooting 9% from three.
We knew he couldn't shoot, though.
These are Paolo Banchero numbers, okay? The problem isn't, though, that he's been shooting 9% from three, is that he's been playing worse defense than Damian Lillard did a season ago. And it's just been an Olay line of people getting to the rim. Not to mention the fact that he's taken like 5 free throws across 5 games that he's played in the NBA.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I can't remember a player who turned out to be good that had this shitty of a start to their career.
So I can't sit here and say I've seen a single second of Portland because I'm not going to carve out any time, for me to watch a game. If it happens to be on my League Pass, I'll watch it, but I just haven't gotten to it. Like, I've been watching a lot more Kings, a lot more Warriors, but I don't know what to say. I mean, it sounds like if he's not getting free throws, he must be selling for fucking mid-rangers or floaters or some shit.
Not taking no floaters, not taking no mid-rangers. It's all off the dribble threes.
Oh, that's all he's doing? Just shooting fucking threes?
Yeah. He's not getting to the rim at all. He's not taking no mid-rangers. His floater game's completely gone.
Sounds like he said, hey, first 5 games, I'm going to show them I can shoot. Stop it. You don't need to show us anything. Just do what you were doing in the summer league for one game or a couple games. Do what you've been doing in the preseason. Just do you, man. Drive. Like, stop trying to shoot threes. You can't shoot.
Malcolm Brogdon was like, hey, I'll show you how to run an offense. The team is going to look 15 times better as soon as you come off the court and I come on.
Of course. He shouldn't even be on that team, by the way, anyways. But we already know that. Malcolm Brogdon is like an actual good fucking basketball player. But, I don't know. Scoot, 8 points a game, shooting 34%. Not looking too good for the home team, huh?
Don't you dare bail out the Charlotte Hornets with this pick. Don't you dare do it, Scoot. You got to be good, Scoot.
Brandon Miller's good. I told you Brandon Miller was good. All right? I told you that. When I saw him in the fucking summer league, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's actually decent. So
yeah, we'll see. The Hornets are 1-4.
Good. He looks good. Brandon Miller looks good. I know the team sucks. The starting 5 isn't that bad.
You don't get to play the Atlanta Hawks every night, as he's soon going to figure out. Speaking of the Atlanta Hawks, though, a famous Atlanta Hawk, a famous ATLian, has been in the news this week. Dwight Howard, speaking of Skip Bayless's pause statement, Dwight Howard has been accused of intentional infliction of emotional distress and false imprisonment. Dwight Howard has denied these allegations.
Of course.
He said that he had a consensual sexual tryst with a man named Ron Harper. Unfortunate name.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Basketball.
He's got DMs showing that Harper initiated it. Harper did accuse him of sexually assaulting him with another man in a July 2021 threesome.
Wow. Excuse me while I play the Bulls theme song for a second. Damn, Ron Harper, that's tough. Hey, look, man. Do we care about this? You gonna keep going with that with the fucking story?
No, that's all I had about the story. He just says, that he didn't do it and that everything was consensual.
So he basically said, "I'm gay now" or bi.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
I mean,
just say you're bi.
To which everybody else says we've known for some time.
What the fuck?
At least Jason Collins had the decency to give a press release.
Hey, Dwight's out there doing his thing, man.
But
I think this stuff. Go ahead.
I think we've unraveled the mystery to how he sustained that lower back injury. I think that's a cold case that we can go ahead and close.
Tough. He doesn't strike me as a bottom, but I don't know. You never know these days, man. Everybody's so versatile.
I feel like this may cost him some opportunities in Taiwan. I don't know how they roll with this type of shit.
Taiwan? It's going to cost him in the league.
What done. League? He done.
No, he was like legitimately talking to teams. I mean, after the shit he was doing in Taiwan, teams were actually talking to him.
He was talking to players. He was talking to players at 4 a.m. Sending them texts like, "You up?" That's what he was doing.
Fucking Ron Harper playing some fantastic defense. Hey, look, man. I thought he was going to play for a team. Look, and this shouldn't deter an NBA team from actually picking him up.
Why not?
No. I was just saying.
The only time the only time a team should consider picking him up is if we have another DeAndre Jordan situation where we need to lock somebody in their house for an entire weekend and make sure they don't leave. All right, because he's shown that he's a pro at imprisoning somebody against their will. So maybe if Kyrie Irving, he wants out of Dallas, you got to sign Dwight Howard and keep him there.
Dwight, live your best life. You can't be doing this, but live your best life, man. I think that the NBA shit is over only because it's just the NBA culture, bro. The NBA culture is way too homophobic. I wouldn't say they're as homophobic as the NFL, but I don't know, man. I mean, I thought he could have played for it.
They got openly gay players playing in the NFL. There's no openly gay NBA players.
No, I was thinking about it for a second, but I was like, I don't know. Publicly, some of the NBA dudes are just not rocking with it. Look, bro,
at least in NFL locker rooms, they got spread out showers.
It's a bigger locker, though. It's a bigger locker. It's different. Look, man, I don't really know what to say about this. I mean, Dwight's bi. Everybody knows, but I thought everybody already knew. Is this a bit? It's only a big deal because like he was trapping a dude. And by the way, I don't believe the other guy. I think he's just trying to get money. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there. You can cancel me if you want.
So I mean, is this like the Kobe Bryant situation? But it's happening to Dwight Howard.
I don't think Dwight in any way, like, even though like he might try to hide shit, I don't think he's trying to hide a dude in his house. I don't think he's trying to trap somebody in his house. Like, come on, bro. Does Dwight strike you as a dude that would do some shit like that? He's like way too happy of a fucking person. Like he's giggly and goofy and shit.
I tell you what, his house
like, hey, you can't leave.
His house would be the last place I want to get trapped in. I remember that episode from MTV Cribs. That motherfucker had like 8 snakes.
He did have a lot of fucking weird shit.
Not including the one that he stuck in this guy's butt.
Trapped in the closet. He looked at me. I looked at him.
NBA GM said, "My mind is telling me no."
Oh god!
And all my players are also telling me no.
It's done. It's done, Dwight. You ruined it, man. I honestly would still like to see him on the team. He's a good fucking player. Hey, look, straight up. If anybody, straight up, and this should tell you about the talent in the NBA. Like Boogie is getting 40 points a game in Puerto Rico, and he should be on the NBA team. And Dwight's getting fucking 60 in Taiwan. Like, come on, bro. This is the best league in the like.
You remember how well Dwight Howard played against Jokic when the Lakers had that bubble?
Oh, when they won the championship? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think the Lakers should. I think the Lakers should sign him, and he should just lean into the gay shit, like the motherfuckers that Charlie Murphy was playing against on Prince's team. He should send picks like Shalimar and be out there grabbing for nuts on a post. He should be getting a handful of ass every time. Like, just turn up the distraction meter all the way to 100. If you can't bother Nikola Jokic with pick and roll coverages and drop coverages and switches and hedges and ices, you know what? Have Dwight go, pinch his nipples a little bit. Have him blow in his ear like Lance Stevenson.
Let him join the circus in L.A.,
I cannot believe you just called Pride Month a circus. That's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. Pride Month is in March, right? They can't have it in 4 months. Like, that's fucking insane.
It's every month. It just depends where you are. They just travel around. It's like a gypsy show. They just travel around the U.S. and wherever they happen to be, it's Pride Month at that time.
Look, everybody in the league already knew this about Dwight, so I, honest to God, don't think it's that big a deal. I think he should still be signed by a team. If I'm Dwight, I'm like, look at the fucking 2020 Lakers bubble team. Look at the fucking what I did to Nikola Jokic. Sign me. Any team, if you are a contender, sign Dwight. Just play him versus the Nuggets. He's going to stay in shape. The motherfucker's always in shape. He did a fucking boot camp show for no reason. 3 years ago. He's going to be in shape. If anything, just play him against the Nuggets.
Sign him back to the league. Have him play against the Nuggets. Instead of doing the chalk toss at pregame, he should do a KY toss. It's just...
Hey, yo.
Grease himself all the way up. No one's boxing me out. I promise you that. I'm going to push up on you if you're boxing me out. You might just get what you wanted.
Now, what's going to be funny is Nikola Jokic is unbothered about a lot of things, but he might be bothered about this one. Now we know why he didn't play well. He was like, brother. I'm like, I've heard of defense, but this is too much. Brother. I don't want the ball. Kick it out. Brother, no. Not to me, brother. No, brother, leave me. No, brother, stop.
He may have just found his niche. He may have just found his niche in the NBA.
Nah, I'm just playing around, but he deserves to be on the team. I don't give a fuck about this. He's fucking Dwight. I think everybody in the NBA knows that he's fucking bi as fuck. He fucks a lot of girls. He fucks a lot of guys. He might be a sex addict. He's got a lot of kids. And he's fucked a lot of dudes.
Well,
it's not that big a deal.
The Milwaukee
like y'all don't care either. Y'all care.
The Milwaukee Bucks got a lot of holes that need filling, and Dwight Howard is great at filling holes. So maybe they're a team that should give him a look.
He's better than Robin Lopez.
Right? Speaking of teams that are looking to fill holes and getting guys on the move, the NFL trade deadline just passed 2 days ago.
Yep.
Your Chicago Bears, Terry, gave out the highest pick out of anybody in this whole trade deadline. They gave a second-round pick to acquire Montez Sweat from the Washington Commanders.
I like it.
What do you think about this move for your hometown Bears?
I like the move. Our pass rush is absolute trash. We gave up Mac for not much, so it only makes sense. We need a pass rusher. I think this is more of a future move as well. And of course, just acquire an asset. Acquire an asset. Sweat is young still. How old is he? 26? He might be younger than that, to be honest with you. I can look him up right now, but yeah, we just needed something like that. I think it's a good trade. Plus, we're cooking with gas. We got probably is going to be the first round pick or the first draft pick with the Carolina Panthers being trash, and we're not good. So we might have 2 top 5 draft picks, and now we got Sweat. We don't need a second rounder for what? We just got a good talent. Bing, bong, boom. We're good to go.
I remember when you said this a year ago with Chase Claypool, giving up the 33rd pick in the draft for a guy who you later shipped on, who was absolutely terrible.
He sucks.
I don't understand this Montez Sweat move. You know he's out of contract at the end of this year, right? You know he's a free agent.
But they're probably going to sign him.
So y'all paid a second-round pick to have a 9-game rental of Montez Sweat? When you're trying to be the worst team in the NBA, you don't have a lot of money. You barely have any money. You just spent $120 million last offseason. You don't have cap room going forward.
We'll be
you
fine.
Don't have room to sign him. You're going to have to franchise tag this dude if you want to keep him or pay him a gigantic contract.
So what, fire the GM?
I don't know about that, but
he's made good moves.
Clearly, he's gone to the LA Rams school of drafting. Fuck them picks. We'll just give out second rounders for anybody nowadays.
I guess so.
Of all the teams that could have used him, I didn't understand this move. Why are you trying to be good this year?
We're not. That's not the thing. He's setting us up for the future. There's nothing we can do to be good this year.
Setting him up for the future. He's not under contract. What
He will
future?
be. They're gonna sign him to a contract. Calm down. Jesus Christ.
You know you're going to have to overpay everybody. There's no restricted free agency in the NFL. Like, he's free at the end of the season to go to wherever he wants.
Contract extension as we speak. It's okay. They're going to sign him. It's fine.
Yuck.
It's okay, bro. It's good. I'll take him. He's a good player. He's not bad.
On the other hand, his teammate Chase Young, the what was he? The number 2 pick of the 2019 draft. Yeah. Went ahead of Justin Herbert, went ahead of Tua. I remember Ron Rivera stand up at a podium saying we got a generational type player. He ended up going to the 49ers for a 3rd round pick. The Washington have a whole fire sale out here.
Better coaching.
I do think this move actually makes some sense. One, the hit rate on 3rd round picks is way less than 2nd round picks. 2nd round picks actually have the highest percentage of being Pro Bowlers out of any of the picks in the NFL draft.
They got more of a chip on their they got more of a chip on their shoulder.
Yep. And they have help around him. It's not just Montez Sweat and a bunch of guys. It's Nick Bosa. It's Randy Gregory. It's DeForest Buckner. Who's that big 6'8" defensive tackle they have that's super good? I forget his name.
I don't know his name. Yeah, I don't know his name because Bosa takes over everything.
Yeah, and now they got Chase Young. Doubling down on the strength, being like, this is our identity. It kind of fell off a little bit. We're going to make sure that we only can rush 4 and we don't have to blitz. So we can,
either 4 or 5, yeah. Well, I think that the secret's out on their defensive backs. I think the secret's out that they're not really good. So they were like, all right, let's get some fucking pressure on the ball because we don't have time for guys to be open as fuck. Like the Bengals fucking made them look kind of stupid. I wasn't shocked, but when I was watching the game, I was like, damn, did we just like get overhyped by the 49ers defense? Because they look kind of bad. This
Can't
is a good
cover. Like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, can you cover for 3 seconds? That's going to be now the job because they're getting home.
Yeah, because I think I looked up a stat. They were like a top 5 team in rushing 5 people. Like they rush 5 people a lot. That's just what they do. They look to get on those one-on-ones because Joey Bosa is a fucking beast. Like we know that, but kind of seems like he's getting doubled a lot. You know, so I like this. This is good. You can't double him as much. If you do, you got Chase Young on the other side. And I just saw Joey Bosa on the bye week. He said he's staying so he can teach Chase Young some of his moves. They're already buying in, bro. They're buying in.
I think that's a good move. I like, making your strength like a super strength. I always like that type of stuff in the NFL because it's something you can count on week to week and is like a cornerstone of your identity. Another team who did that, Terry, was the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
They just signed Frank Clark to a long-term deal to bolster their pass rush off the edge. Then they acquired Leonard Williams this week, the current Pro Bowler. They gave up a 2nd-round pick and got back a 5th-round pick for the interior lineman. I think this is another doubling down on the strength. They can play more aggressive man coverage, stop the run easier. Just like another good acquisition on the defensive end for Pete Carroll and them. Who the last big move that they made like that? Remember they got what was that safety's name from the Jets? They gave up like 3 first-round picks for it. All he could do is blitz.
Thomas? Was it Thomas? No. I forget his name. Something the 3rd, right?
Who could say? But I do like this move for them. I did earmark the Seahawks early on this season in my preseason prediction, making the playoffs.
You did.
It's going to be a fight to the end to win this division between them and the 49ers.
Jamal Adams.
There we go.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like this move by the Seahawks?
No, I think it makes sense, bro, because when you look at the division, the Rams are a little better than we thought they were. And then also the Cardinals are a little, even though the Cardinals still are not good, but they're also a little better than than we thought. So they're looking at these games coming up. They're like, hey, man, these aren't no longer just easy wins. We need to kind of get a little bit better so we can definitely make sure that's a win on the schedule instead of like, oh, man, it's going to be a tough one. So I like it, bro. Bolster what you got. Gino hasn't been himself, so I think they needed to make the team better. So I like this move, man.
I'm with you 100%.
Because they're not playing up to their expectations. So hopefully this gets the team in a better position, and Gino doesn't always have to drive down a full field. Maybe they can force some turnovers, get in better field position. Help him out.
Yeah, I agree. Gino, he's been a little rough against man coverage this year, but zone coverage, he's been great. We know that teams like in the red zone tend to play more zone than man because that's more easily manipulated.
It's easy. Yeah,
like you said, if he gets more short fields, I anticipate that he's going to have more success. Speaking of the Arizona Cardinals, Terry, they traded their starting quarterback to the Minnesota Vikings for a 7th-round pick. They got Kyler Murray coming back off his ACL tear. They got some rookie 3rd-rounder or whatever who's going to start in the meanwhile. The Vikings, they get a capable replacement after Kirk Cousins tears his Achilles.
That's tough, yeah.
You like this little stopgap move for the Vikings?
Genius move by the Vikings. Fucking absolute genius move by the Arizona Cardinals. Protect the tank.
7th-round pick.
Protect the tank, baby. Protect the tank.
You're saying
showing too much
this
promise.
guy was too good.
He was showing too much promise. He was moving the ball down the field. He was getting some rush yards off. They were like, nope, let's get even worse at the quarterback position. They're already 1-7, but they're looking at the Panthers. And they're like, what you got next? Bet the Bears. I know we're getting their pick, but they're looking at the Panthers like, need to be worse than them. And they suck. They're fucking horrible. We got to be worse. I love it. Great move. Great move. This ensures them the first pick. For sure. They're not going to win another game. They're done.
I kind of agree with you, man. If on the Viking side, I don't know why they won't give up on this season. But
I mean, because their division is bad. The Bears are bad, and the Packers are.
What the fuck are you guys gonna do in the playoffs anyway? You didn't do shit. You lost to the Giants when you went like fucking 13-3. You know what I mean? Like
that's true. I don't know, man. I mean, they don't.
Justin Jefferson is out. Jordan Addison is shouldering the load as a rookie. They can't run the ball for shit. I'm sure Josh Jobs is going to come in and fix all these problems and hold the fort down.
Well, look, man, they got the NFC South. That's kind of they play 2 teams from that division. They got they got to play the Bears again. They play the Broncos again. They beat the Chiefs, but that's an anomaly. And then they got the Packers one more time, and the Raiders. So,
well, starting to actually sound like it makes sense.
Yeah,
I take it all back.
Teams. It's a lot of shitty teams they got to play. Yeah, because what is this? This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games left, and 6 of them are shitty teams. Get a quarterback. Makes sense.
For the price of a 7th-round pick, I think you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, because I don't what do they need? Do they need a running back? They drafted a running back, right?
They need a better offensive line and a running game for sure.
They need defenders as well, right? Like their defense is okay, but
their defense is all right. Like they're blitzing on 53% of all their plays. Like it's just crazy. They just sit in the house all the time.
I don't know, man. I mean, going to because tank wise, because we still, I don't know if you've heard anything, but I don't think Shador Sanders is coming out. So your QBs are probably going to go 1-2, and they already have 4 wins this season. The Vikings do, so they can't get the first or second position. I don't think they really had any other choice, So this is, I guess, the best they could do. They said, "Fuck it, let's just make the playoffs, win the money, get the money, use it for the team, keep it moving."
Yeah, at least they're trying to compete and shore up a position in need. Unlike the Cleveland Browns, who are like, you know what? We're just going to keep rocking with PJ Walker. I'm sure though the rest of our team is good, and we're in a position, if we just have a guy who doesn't suck, we'll make the playoffs. They're like, no, we're going to ride it out. In Deshaun, we trust. In PJ Walker, we trust. Myles Garrett's going to get a pick 6 every game. I'm sure we'll be fine.
I guess Deshaun's finally playing, though, huh? Is he going to start playing or what? What the fuck happened to him?
Well, you have to ask him, not the team training staff or doctors, because apparently that's a game time decision that comes down to Deshaun and Deshaun only.
As much of a piece of absolute garbage Deshaun Watson is as a human being, we know we can't trust these team doctors, and we know we can't trust these team trainers. The jig is up on them. That's the 4th time I've used that phrase today, but the jig is fucking up on those guys. They're on the payroll. I don't believe them. So as much as I don't like Deshaun Watson, I'm going to just go ahead and go with the players on this one. I'll let I think he said he's ready to play. He's going to play this week.
They couldn't have given a 6th-round pick for Josh Dobbs. He played on their fucking team last year. He knows the entire offense. He'd be a better fit for the Browns than he is for the Vikings. They're like,
the Browns said, fuck it.
We're good on him. We're good on Jacoby Brissett. We're good on your boy Gardner Minshew. We're good on all these capable backups who could actually win us some games.
Aren't you glad you don't have Deshaun Watson now, though?
Oh, yeah. Man, did we dodge a bullet on that one. He's
still better than Desmond Ridder, though. But, it's fine.
I don't think so.
What? Desmond Ridder sucks, bro. Are you done with him? Or are you still on the fucking bullshit?
I'm still on the bullshit. If you look at his passing yards and stuff like that, it's actually middle of the pack for the NFL. It's just the turnovers have been crazy. But Deshaun Watson is putting up 110 yards a game. You can
still see.
Well, you know what? I'd rather have a quarterback who throws for 300 yards a game and a couple picks than a quarterback who throws for 120 yards a game and throws a pick and loses a fumble.
I'd rather have someone who doesn't turn the fucking ball over 3 times a game, though.
Which is why we're starting Taylor Heineke this week.
Just saying. To be fair.
Terry, you called that one.
I mean, Desmond Ritter's giving it up like it's nothing.
To the date. I think you said to the date that it would be.
I said to be. Oh, what? Oh, that he's going to be a fucking backup?
Yeah, that Heineke was going to be starting by week 9 or week 8. I think you said
week 8, but it looks. Is he starting? Is this what, week 9? He's starting?
Yeah, but he finished week 8. We benched Desmond Ridder in the first half, and he's not coming back. So I'm willing to give you partial credit, Terry.
And I know we cut off for a second, and we probably were talking over each other, but, whatever. I just saw it. His arm is garbage, and I don't give a fuck what the analytics say about his fucking, pass accuracy, what he's hitting, what he's not hitting, middle of the road, not middle of the road. If you are middle of the road with these garbage-ass quarterbacks that are playing right now, that still means you suck. You know that, right? You do know that, right? Yeah, and all the quarterbacks in this league right now, currently constructed, are really bad.
You do know that he got benched in his 10th game in the NFL. The dude hasn't even had a whole season.
He's bad. What do you want them to do? You want to keep riding with the fucking train wreck, bro? Are you serious right now?
I think Taylor Heineke gives us a better chance to win this season, which is why I wouldn't have been mad if we had started him from the jump. Yeah. And we'll continue to try to develop Desmond Ridder, who I still hold out hope could be a decent quarterback. I saw a video that Kurt Warner put out. I saw a video that Kurt Warner put out about how Desmond Ridder has just had no fucking chance at all this season. And our offensive scheme, we got no hot routes. We got 4 guys running routes to the same part of the field. We got nobody running short routes for when the blitz comes. Our protection schemes are allowing free runners all the time. Kurt Warner was I'm not saying Desmond Ridder is going to be a Hall of Fame or anything, but we haven't even given him a fucking shot with the way that our offensive scheme has been designed. And I think there's a lot of truth to that.
I'm sure there's stories on both sides. Like I told you the Justin Fields story about the coordinator won't shut the fuck up when he gives him the play call. But I'm willing to do this. If you got your phone or you got a pencil and pad, I want you to write this down. I will literally give you $200 if he wins 6 more games as a starting quarterback for the rest of his career.
Okay.
6.
I'm writing it down.
6. I will give you $200 if he's a fucking starting quarterback and wins 6 games. 6 more games. He's fucking horrible. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Here,
Caleb Williams coming in.
Let's make
Caleb
this
Williams
bet.
coming in. Drake May, Shador Sanders, Knicks. There's a lot of other quarterbacks that will be coming in. This dude isn't going to be playing much more. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. He's not good, man. Just for your sake. Don't try to drink the Kool-Aid anymore. I'm trying to drink the Kool-Aid on every quarterback. Look, I'm a Bears fan. I try to drink the Kool-Aid on so many quarterbacks, bro. I'm letting you know right now. If the dude sucks, let it go. He's not going to get any better. I had hope for Cutler, Trubisky. Listen to me. Hoyer. Grossman, Rex Grossman, Kyle Orton. All those Bears quarterbacks, I was like, oh, he's the guy. He's going to do it for us. 7 game in. It doesn't matter if he sucks 7 games in. It doesn't matter. 10 games in, it doesn't matter. 2 games in, if they suck, they suck. It's done. I'm calling it. If you don't show me any promise, you're bad. Let it go, Garrett. Just let it go, bro. I'm trying to help you out.
not letting it go.
You gotta let it go.
I'm gonna make this bet even more juicy for you. I'll say if he's got to win 6 more games for the Falcons, not just any more, and not just any team. It's got to be for the Falcons.
Oh my God! All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I will give you credit though for saying preseason he's going to get benched week 8, and him getting benched week 8. I will give you your flowers for that.
I'm just confused as like, why didn't you see what I saw?
Because he's gotten better, like week over week. Like as somebody who's watched all the games, you can see the progression. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you don't expect somebody to fumble 3 times on the 1-yard line in the same game.
Does he have tiny hands? He doesn't have tiny hands, though.
No. Right? You know, he is the highest miles per hour of any quarterback on any run this season. Like, he's got the tools.
That's crazy.
He's been throwing it downfield. It's just in the crucial moments, my man has been putting a baby on the ground or handing it to the other team.
Bro, shaking.
And I still think he's better than Zach Wilson. I'll say that much.
I'll give you that. But besides that, I don't know. I'm not sure. He's definitely at the bottom. You said middle. Well, you said stats say he's at the middle. But I don't know, man. He also just looks like a goofball. So anybody who looks like a goofball, I can't give it to him. And anybody whose name is Desmond Ritter, that's not a quarterback name. That's not a quarterback name, bro.
Very scientific. Very scientific. One thing that we can both agree on that we both called preseason was that Josh McDaniels was going to get fired this year. That happened already at the end of week 8. The Raiders have said, we've seen enough. I can't imagine how we ended up here, considering he only lasted 6 games into his second season in Denver, and then he accepted the Colts job and then reneged a week later. Yeah. Like, this dude is just a fucking loser. He's not cut out to be a head coach. Like, you might be a good offensive mind and you might be a good play caller, but you are not a good leader of men. And you cannot get other adults to buy in and try their hardest for you on a game-in, game-out basis. Like, whatever this Bill Belichick shit of being, like, above the players and being dismissive and being a taskmaster and not listening, that works when you have fucking 6 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
You're just a guy. All right? And the best success that he ever had was with Tim Tebow leading the team. Like, we're not finna listen to you and let you just talk to us any type of way. And I think ultimately his lack of man management and leadership is what's cost him in the end.
Yeah, to be fair too, bro, like, I think all that Bill Belichick shit is all horse shit. I think it was mostly Brady. At this point, I think we've all kind of figured that out. Like, it's done. Like, Brady, didn't they make the playoffs with Brady his last season in New England? They were actually a really good fucking team.
I don't remember them being really good. They could have snuck in as a wild card. He had no weapons.
I thought they played the Pats like the last season. And then the Pats beat them and they went to the Super Bowl or some shit. I might be mistaken. I don't know. But besides the point, Brady, I think, covered up for a lot of the mistakes that these coaches have been doing, bro. So the Belichick tree, as we've seen,
is a pretty trash. Bush.
Yeah, even Charlie Weiss can't even win in college, bro. Like, the Belichick tree is done. Like, he started off in Notre Dame, and then after that, they were like, I think you suck. You should go to Kansas. Goes to Kansas, he sucks. But Kansas is bad at football. They're just like, fuck it, man. Just stay here. Like, we're bad. Just stay here. We don't give a fuck. We're a basketball team anyways. We don't care. But I don't know, bro.
Hey, look out for Tom and Dick Belichick, his sons that are his fucking coordinators on his roster.
You can't trust anybody who sticks their tongue out of their mouth and it's not retarded. Only person we believed like that was Michael Jordan. That's it. Nobody else.
Who do you think is going to be the next coach to be fired?
I would put my bet on either Frank Reich.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're 1-7 and there's no hope. I say Frank Reich.
Do you think that David Tepper would be the one to fire him, or he would let his wife do it?
I don't know. They got to go out on dinner and see if they like it or not. I'd say either Frank Reich or the coach for the Chargers.
Well, you hit exactly the pick that I had, Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
Terry, they got a losing record this year. They're playing the Jets this weekend. I think if they find a way to lose this game to the Zach Wilson-led Jets, we may have seen the last of Brandon Staley as a head coach in the NFL.
But the Jets won their last 3 games, though, right? And I know Wilson hasn't played well, but they beat the Broncos, Eagles, and the Giants.
So 2 out of 3 trash teams, and then 1 fluke game where the Eagles were out until 6 in the morning.
Oh, is that what they're saying now? They were out until 6 a.m. fucking around?
They're at the strip club that I was at in Philadelphia, and they brought a pack of baby carrots with them.
Nah. To be completely fair, though, I think it's not going to be an indictment if they lose to them, because you got to think about this. It's a Monday night game. All right, so prime time, your boy Herbert. He's okay. I think he's 9-4 in like the primetime games. Not horrible, but not, I'm just saying, whatever.
That's pretty fucking good. I'm not sure that stat is accurate. That sounds too good for me to believe.
It's okay. I mean, it's okay. I thought Herbert was the guy. He's supposed to be like the best guy or whatever. They got to travel all the way to New York. That's cross country. I don't know, man. I like Jets defense in New York or Jersey, wherever the fuck they play. 3-0. Beating the Eagles is not a fucking just like look at it and be like, oh, that's just a blip in the season. I think the Jets are good, bro. Zach Wilson sucks, but the Jets are good. If the Chargers lose, I'm not surprised. But what's the Chargers' record, though? Where are they at? Are they third in their division?
3-5? Is that what they are?
They're 3-4.
Oh, they had a bye week. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're 3-4 right now. Of course,
you go to 3-5 against the Jets on Monday Night Football. Go ahead and pack your desk before the game.
See, that's the thing. It's the national TV shit. So everybody's eyes are going to be on this game.
Yeah, and if he has another high-profile fuck-up where he makes another bad coaching decision that costs him the game, like, I don't see there's a way back for him.
If it's a complete stinker, I think he's out of there.
Shout out to Ron Rivera, who's the dark horse candidate for this.
Yeah, he's dark horse. And if the Patriots didn't extend Belichick, I would have said he would have been on there as well, to be honest with you. But they got a sneaky win last week, so he bought himself some time with that one.
Barely.
Yeah, I don't know. Frank Reich's got to get the fuck out of here, though. Like, we knew that was a bad fucking sign.
Keep him in Carolina for 6 years. Give him an extension.
How much more do we have to see? Like, if they lose to the Colts at home this Sunday, then we have to watch Panthers-Bears on Thursday. That's what we're doing?
We don't have to watch. NBA is back, Terry. We do not have to watch.
I refuse. And I'm not going to say on that day I want to be blind, because I always want to have my sight. I'd rather be deaf than blind. I've always said that my whole life. I don't want to open my eyes on that shit. I'm not watching that shit.
Wait a minute. Is that even a discussion that people would rather be blind than deaf? What?
I don't know, but I did have a conversation with this lady who has 7 blind people in her family who all went blind from glaucoma, and they didn't take their eye drops. And I was like, so they'd rather be blind than deaf? Like, what the fuck's going on with them? Like, what?
It sounds like there's glaucoma. It sounds like there's more going on.
No, but she has glaucoma too, but she's like, I take my eye drops. I'm trying to see. These motherfuckers are stupid. I was like, what? Y'all should stop having babies. Like, that's too many people with fucking glaucoma. That's insane. It's not fucking hereditary. Is it hereditary?
I want to start backing up just in case it's airborne.
I would have just tell the doctor out the womb, like, hey, man, keep the eyes closed until we know. Like, we can't have another one with fucking glaucoma. It must be the food. It's got to be the food.
Baby came out playing rock, paper, scissors. I was like, I think he needs to take a shit.
Anyways, man. Yeah. Any other football shit for you? This week, we got the good matchup, but that one's at fucking 9:30 in the morning in Germany. Fucking Chiefs Dolphins.
Why are we doing this, man? Why are we
doing this?
Fucked up. Could you imagine if, like, Manchester City had to play Arsenal, but they're like, you know what? We're going to play this game in Oakland.
Yeah, that'd be fucking dumb.
Barcelona, Real Madrid. We got to go to Louisville.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Like, they're playing in fucking Frankfurt. That's not even, like, the biggest city in Germany.
Yeah, it's not Berlin. Which stadium is in Frankfurt, by the way? I actually don't know.
Eintracht Frankfurt.
Are you being serious? I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. Remember, they beat Barcelona in the Europa League last year.
Oh, it's like a soccer team that's not even that good?
Yeah.
What the hell? What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Why are we doing this? Why do we take a crucial NFL game that could like change the course of the NFL season, and we'd be like, you know what? You guys have to go halfway across the globe. We don't know what the turf's going to be like. We don't know what the grass going to be like. We don't know if somebody's going to catch a sickness on this fucking 22-hour flight to Germany. Most important game of the whole season. Let's not have it in America.
I think Bayern Munich must have been playing like that same day or something. It had to have been something because it doesn't really make sense for them to play there. But the
Lakers are playing the Clippers in Cambodia.
No, that would be like fucking like Celtics Nuggets in Australia.
Right.
Like what? Why? In the middle of the season too. Like they must have thought the schedule makers must have thought like there's no way Tua's making it past week 4, right? Right? Come on, guys. Like one hit and he's gone. No way. Dolphins.
Stop with this foolishness. No more London games. No more Germany games. If y'all want to go crazy, have the fucking Chargers play the Rams in Mexico. All right? That's 1 hour flight, something like that. You get to have the international games. Or do it in the preseason. But this is just ridiculous.
Nah. I just don't have the high profile games. That's all. Like the Jaguars have embraced it. That's cool for them because Jacksonville doesn't give a flying fuck. So that's totally fine.
They're like, man, it's nice going to London to play in front of a packed stadium.
Yeah, right? Now, they love being over there. But, I mean, besides that, I don't really see what's the reason. And especially a game like this. Like, you can't predict injuries, guys. Like, you knew if Tua was healthy. They were good last year when he was healthy. They're good this year. They're really good this year. So what are we doing? Don't send Kansas City to fucking overseas. That's the best team in the fucking NFL. Come on.
Is Taylor Swift making the flight to Frankfurt?
I don't know. Look, if you want to go, I'll say this, though. If you want to do overseas, go Cowboys, Steelers. Give them the big one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give them the big one. Cowboys, Patriots. Give them the most fans. Send it over there. Cowboys, 49ers. Send it over there. I don't want to see this, though. This is bullshit. The best. The Chiefs offense is kind of shit. But, like, one of the most exciting offenses, too. I feel bad for people in California. Ain't no way. There's no way they're waking up for this shit.
My God.
That would suck. Well, I mean, what's that, like 6:30?
Fucking 4 a.m. Frankfurt game?
Good game, too. You and I are going to be awake. Do you have to coach, though? You got to coach that day? That would suck. You got coach?
Yeah. I got 6 games this weekend. I'm not watching shit.
So you got to miss it. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be awake. I might catch it because usually I save that time for my Premier League games, but you guys are cutting into my Premier League time. You fucks.
Yeah, not this weekend. I'm going to take an L on that one. Speaking of taking an L, Terry, you're adorned right now in Manchester City blue. Yep. Erling Haaland had a sensational debut season for Manchester City, breaking the EPL scoring record.
He did.
I think he was the top scorer in the Champions League. He won the treble. Yep. Yet it wasn't enough to claim the Balon d'Or. This year, the Balon d'Or is coming home to America.
You didn't wear a Messi jersey?
As Leo Messi won it. No, I got my Spurs hat on. It's too cold in my house right now to wear short sleeves, Terry. I'm trying to save on on my gas bill, bro.
Going to Miami. Fuck all the other bills.
Leo Messi won his 8th Balon d'Or, the most in history. Is this deserved, Terry?
I mean, if you want to go off of all the other Ballon d'Or winners from the World Cup years, I guess, yeah. But I would also like to say in those other years, there really wasn't like a robbery like that those guys won. It wasn't like someone had way better stats that year and like clearly deserved it.
Except 2006 Ronaldinho, but somehow Fabio Cannavaro is a better player. Like, come on. Reason that was just that was a crime against soccer. That was a crime against everything that's beautiful.
Well, you gotta look at your boy in the mirror, man. He played like shit in that World Cup. That's the reason why he didn't win that shit. club-wise, he was fucking amazing. But that 06 World Cup, disappointment. 2002, I'll give you that. When we had our little Neymar, is he top 10 Brazilian shit or whatever, I'll give you 02 to 06. And for club-wise, he was awesome. But that 06 World Cup, we were looking at Dino because he won the Balon d'Or in 2005. We were like, all right, this is his debut. He's about to be like the GOAT. Disappointment. So
bro, there's this revisionist history about that shit just because he got
World Cup, he wasn't good.
He was good. He just got overshadowed by Zidane when they played each other. Zidane completely outclassed him and controlled the whole game. Ronaldinho still made the team of the tournament. Let's not forget that.
I gotta look at it again then, because I wasn't excited.
Not easy fitting into a team that also has Robinho, Ronaldo, Adriano, and Kaká. Like, you're gonna ask Ronaldinho to fucking. They're like, okay, Ronaldinho, you're now a box-to-box midfielder. You got to do a bunch of defensive work. And then we're like, oh, man, I can't believe he's not performing at the same level.
That's on the coach. You don't make the best player in the world do different shit. You make the other motherfuckers do different shit. That's stupid. Anyways, besides
Fuck
the point.
Fuck you, Dunga. All right.
Besides the point, we're not talking about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Man City fan, so I'm not going to say Messi deserved this. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he didn't even win the fucking League Cup in France. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm supposed to say he deserved this shit?
You know what? He won the MLS Cup in America, a more prestigious trophy.
He didn't.
Didn't they? Didn't Inter Miami win the cup?
No, they didn't. They didn't win the U.S. Open Cup. No, they didn't win. They lost to Cincinnati. No, they lost to Cincinnati, and they didn't make the playoffs. So I mean, all that stuff does count as well. So we just forgot about that. I just don't like, and you don't like it as well, the 4 weeks of the World Cup, always, we just fucking suck on the cock of the person who wins it every time. It's fucking insane. The Cannavaro one was insane. The Modric one was insane. They're all fucking stupid. How long has this been?
I think Messi had a better World Cup though than Cannavaro and Modric. Like
I believe that
he was the top scorer, top assister. Like finally, Argentina team that hasn't won a World Cup since Maradona. He put him on his back. He did it. He was sensational in the final. Like, he showed up in the big games. It's not like he was just a bit part or,
No, Modric, he was the best.
Modric, he didn't even fucking win the World Cup. Like,
I'm saying, though, he was the best, but it's 4 weeks out of 52 weeks of, overall play. Yeah. He was fantastic. But for PSG, they were fine. They flamed out of the Champions League. They barely did they win the league? They probably did win the league.
They won the league. But you know what?
Come on.
You cannot have I think that has more to do with team construction than it did with his individual. They had 3 players who just walked around and did not play any defense. They were playing fucking 8 on 11. That just doesn't work. You can't have Neymar walk, Mbappe walk, and Messi walk and be like, we're going to compete against the best teams in the world. No, you can walk through the Farmers League doing that shit. But when you go up against Real Madrid, that's not a recipe for success. And for all the people who talk about how Messi wasn't himself in PSG and he wasn't productive, go look at his goals and assists per game in PSG and then compare that to the best players in the world. It's better than Kevin De Bruyne. It's better than Mohamed Salah. It's better than just about anybody else that you'd put on this list.
I don't want to see a Kevin De Bruyne. Talk about the people at the top 3. He's in the top 3 line. Just talk about forwards and wingers. Don't talk about De Bruyne. He's not going to score the goals.
He played Cam for PSG. He wasn't even on the front line.
I saw him at wing a lot, so I don't know.
That's not what I saw. But
Champions League.
I saw him in the half space playing as a 10.
When they lost.
But I'm just saying, everybody talks like he was fucking trash. No, he averaged more than a goal or assist a game. You know what I mean?
No, there's an argument for both of them. It's just I'm a City fan, so I'm going to go for Haaland. I don't think there's not an argument for Messi, but for someone to win the treble, and he just doesn't have an opportunity to play in the World Cup because he plays for fucking Norway. That's tough, man. I mean, I think Messi does. Messi's Messi. He deserves it, but there are definitely some.
If Haaland was as good as you say he was, they would have made the World Cup, Terry.
Norway. All I'm saying is the 8 is crazy because Ronaldo only has 5, and it doesn't represent how close they were during their primes in the era when they were going back and forth. You know
Except
what I'm saying?
it does, because Messi started his prime earlier and is continuing to be a better player later. It does represent.
I disagree.
Ronaldo is older than him, and Messi was better than him when he was younger, and Ronaldo was in his prime. And he's still better than him now that he's old.
Was disgusting at Madrid, and he deserves at least one more. It should be 7-6. That's all I'm saying. I'm not tripping.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
Yeah, 8-5 is fucking like what? 8-5.
I do think though this is a well-deserved coronation for the GOAT. You know.
Yeah.
When I first saw him play for Barcelona, I knew he was going to take the mantle from Ronaldinho. But at that time, my eyes would not let me believe that anyone would be better at soccer than Ronaldinho was at his peak. Like the stuff that Dino did with the ball, his control, his audacity, I was like, this is never going to be touched. And Messi was like, that's cool. I'm going to excel at like doing my own thing in a way that nobody else can touch. Everyone knows I'm going left. Guess what? I'm still going left, and I'm still going to score. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. He's so good, man.
He never had the moments of like magic that I've never seen that before. It was more just like, how does he do this to world-class defenders? How does he continue to do the same thing over and over and over again when everyone knows it's coming? And over the years, he became more and more complete. He became the best free kick taker in soccer history. He's become the best passer in the world, in addition to like the best finisher, probably. His take-ons have come down, a little bit with the old age, but
no, of course, yeah.
Prime Messi had every single game he dribbled through four people. Every single game there was a moment where he carried the ball in his own half all the way to the 18.
No, he was a beast. He's an absolute fucking monster.
I'm happy he got the World Cup. Since we've already set the precedent that the World Cup is who determines the Balon d'Or winner, you have no argument for me. Messi deserves it. He's the GOAT. Take the Bill Russell pick. At all?
There's no argument for Haaland.
Of course there's an argument, but I just don't think it's a winning argument.
All right. I got you. Like I said there's an argument for both. I understand. I'm not trying to be biased. Like Messi's the best player of all time. So I don't. All I'm saying is the representation between him and Ronaldo is a bit unfair. And then it is what it is, man. He got it. Like
give it up for
contributions. Yeah, the goal contributions are the same. They're exactly the same. I know Haaland scored way more goals, but assist-wise, Messi went fucking insane. 28 assists is ridiculous.
Come on, man.
That's crazy, bro. He's beast. By the way, while we're talking, Ronaldo did not. Ronaldinho. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just was wondering the way that Messi just dropped into an MLS team and just single-handedly took like the worst team in the league to being the best team in the league when he was on the pitch, not when he was injured.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you could just drop Erling Haaland into Charlotte FC and they become the best team in the MLS?
Yeah, they're different because he needs service because he's a forward. He's like pretty much just a 9. So I would say yeah, because even Zlatan did it when he got there. So I would say yes.
Okay, I would say
because
no.
If Zlatan
because like you mentioned, Haaland is dependent on service. He's a killer in the penalty box and a great finisher. But you've got to give him that service. Messi, he's like, I do it all, baby. I initiate, I finish, I set other people up on a platter.
Look at Zlatan.
I'll fucking drop deep and collect the ball from the center backs and play center midfield when we lose control of the game. Like,
you're saying drop Haaland in there right now? Or are you saying when he's 36? I don't think I heard you.
No, right now. If you dropped Haaland into Charlotte FC.
Fucking absolutely stupid. They're the best team in the world. They're one of the best teams in MLS. That's crazy, bro. He's way faster than everybody. His skill alone would fucking just like, no, stop it. Zlatan was 37 and he was fucking dominating. I know the Galaxy had a really good team. And you might be right because Charlotte's team is... They made the playoffs, so let me be fair. The team is okay now, but come on, bro. Right now? That's kind of... Come on now, Garrett. You can't believe that. That's fucking crazy.
I do, man.
You're starting to... this Messi shit, I understand he's the best in the world, but saying dropping Haaland right now in his physical prime, Charlotte's not going to be one of the best teams in the MLS? That's stupid.
I said the best team. When he's playing, Inter Miami is the best team in the league. And him and Busquets Like, they're like, you know what? We could just drop these two guys into a team that's absolute garbage, and they'll control the entire game.
Yeah, but
and Holland,
they got Busquets and Alba.
Well, Jordi Alba barely played. You know what I mean? He came later than the other two. All right. But the games that he did play, in which Jordi Alba was not featured in a large handful of them, him and Busquets were able to control the entire flow of the game, generate chances for other people. Like, a team that couldn't build out of the back, had no possession, was toothless in the final third. I just think his impact goes beyond scoring goals, and it was incredible to watch him, like, come back and have him and Busquets just play, like, 2-on-11 and be like, you know what, we're just going to pass to each other and knife through this entire team. And I don't see Holland doing that.
I disagree. Holland's in his prime. But I will give you this. I mean, Messi was so good, they fucking thought about signing that kid to Argentina. Like, that's how good he is. The kid on Inter Miami. It's like, come on, bro. Y'all gotta chill out. Like, there's one of one. There's nobody like this guy. He was meant to play soccer. He doesn't even need to warm up to be good. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a fucking beast. I don't know his overall record with Inter Miami. I'm sure it was undefeated. They might have lost maybe one game or whatever. But
yeah, they lost to Charlotte in a game that he played where he scored and it was ruled offsides, and then he hit the post from a free kick. Yeah, last game of the season.
Oh, okay. So, because I see he played 11 games, right?
Sounds about right.
It looks like they said he was 10-1. No losses. 10 wins, 1 draw. But if you saw a game.
Yeah, no, I was there.
Okay.
They lost 1-0.
Oh, he started that game? That's right, because they said he wasn't going to play because of the turf and shit, but he actually played or whatever.
Yeah. Even so,
shout out to that.
1 loss in 12 games, it dropped into the worst team in the whole MLS. Like, that's goat shit. Shout out to the goat.
It's crazy.
He got it done again.
He's good. He's the best ever, bro. No fucking argument.
And he has no chance to win this award again playing a full season in the MLS. This was his last Balon d'Or.
What if Argentina does some crazy shit?
Nobody gives a fuck about the Copa America.
So he's at least playing one more year there. But besides the point, what I wanted to tell you, and you thought you were right about this shit, about Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Didn't make the team in the tournament. He also didn't score a single goal during the whole
He did not make the team of the tournament?
He didn't score a goal.
They put Zé Roberto in the team of the tournament, but not him?
Yeah. He didn't score a goal, bro. He didn't score a single goal.
He was playing like a fucking 8 box-to-box midfielder. He wasn't playing as a 10.
That's the coach.
They let Kaká play Ronaldinho's position. Kaká scored a goal.
Yeah, he scored 1.
Yeah, I remember outside the box, little laces banger.
Yeah, that's the coach's fault. Like, that's all I wanted to say. I love Ronaldinho, but he disappointed the fuck out of me in the World Cup. That's all the coach. I didn't know that stupid shit. You know, I was just watching it back then. But anyways, besides the point, Messi got his shit. Good for you. I'm not going to hate on it. He's on his way out of here. So I will say, he's playing at least one more season for Miami, right? Because I think he said he wanted to give his farewell tour or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, well, we got to have our fucking stadium built and be able to afford him if he's going to come back to Barcelona. Right now, we're playing in Espanyol's old stadium.
No, that's true. All right, I'll say it right here on Wax. Mark my words. I'm going to play for a team. I'm going to try to make the U.S. Open Cup. I'm going to play against Messi. Meet me in the final.
Hey.
Meet me in the final, Messi.
Just saying, right now, Charlotte Independence in the final this weekend of the USL Championship.
The USL. Yeah.
You know, if you're looking for a strong team to possibly join up to, we can give you a puncher's chance.
Fucking Charlotte. I'm not traveling to Charlotte. That's 2.5 hours. That's fucking insane.
I'll get you a tryout.
I mean, I know you can get me a tryout. You could probably put me on the team. But that shit it's too far, bro. I'd be like, look, guys, I'll play, but I can't make any practices.
Yeah, well, good luck playing Messi in the fucking Latino Durham League.
Nah, we're going full official, baby. I'll see you, Messi, next year.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next Tuesday. We'll be back to recap some of the NFL stuff from the past weekend. Big NBA games as the season starts to take shape. We will see if the Memphis Grizzlies can continue their losing streak. We will see if the Boston Celtics can stay unbeaten. And we can see if the Atlanta Hawks can get more than one game above 500, which they did not do for the entirety of last season.
They never will. Quinn, where you at, Snyder? Come on, boy. Give me something. Until then,
North Carolina, continue to stand up.
We out.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.